excellent Sunday dinner. Wife cooked a marvelous meal.
All right, y'all. Y'all heard it from Mr. B. So this is the base for my greens. I am trying to make these greens totally vegan. I'm not adding any turkey or any bacon or anything at all. I am using the Japanese seasoning miso paste. And I want to say it's a fermented soybean, but it's also supposed to have good gut stuff for you. So sauteing my vegetables in a little plant butter. This is the miso paste. I started off with about a tablespoon, and I added that along with some warm water from my kettle to those vegetables I had already sauteing to make the base for my greens. I like a good pot liquor with my greens. So I stirred in that first tablespoon, and then I tasted it off camera. It still wasn't quite the saltiness that I needed, and I added a little bit more. Really, it's to your preference. I don't eat a lot of salt, so I don't tend to need things too salty. But I do want to taste them. I do want them to have some seasonings in them. I also added some Worcestershire sauce. So once I get it seasoned to my taste, I'll let this simmer. I think I probably let it simmer maybe 30 minutes just so it can really build up some flavors. And then I added in my greens. My greens, I washed them 3 times. I only had a couple of bunches. I think my husband grabbed some collard greens, and that might be some mustard. Some of them I cut, some of them I tear. It's just kind of my preference. I kind of like to feel my veggies in my hands, so... but the collards are a little tough for me to tear with my arthritis, so I tend to have to cut those. But I'm showing you this just to show you. You see how much greens I have over there in that bowl, and it will all fit in this little 4-quart Dutch, because greens have water in them as well, so they will make liquid as they cook down. I think I did wind up adding maybe a half a cup more, because like I say, I like to have a little pot liquor whenever I'm eating my greens. So this is just to show you, just kind of keep stirring them down in there. They'll wilt, and I also like to have vinegar in mine. And as I go back, I tasted just a little bit more, and I think that's where I added some ginger, some nutmeg. I added a little bit of coconut sugar, and I think that's pretty much it. And then I just a little bit of salt and pepper and let it do its thing. I hope everyone has had a restful Sunday. You've enjoyed your family and friends. So I'm going vegan with the greens, but Mr. B has to have some meat. So instead of, when he initially said he wanted pork chops, they were going to be smothered and covered and the whole nine. And I'm really trying to lighten things up for us a little bit. So we went with the grilled as opposed to, making a gravy and all that. So we had it with the sweet potato and cornbread. Happy Sunday, y'all.